Welcome back to the nicer part of Watson Hall. I'm Kevin Case, here with JP Chunga. We're here to talk more SU men's soccer. Over the weekend, the Orange took on Notre Dame. Fans packed the Loud House outside the SU soccer stadium, but the Orange fell 1-0.
CNY Azteca. Unfortunately, they fell 1-0. It was a game with a lot of narrative. Let me get my notes here.
A lot of narrative. We love narrative here.
Skylar Thomas was red carded in the 74th minute of play, and right from there, the game changed. SU saw a goal conceded by Notre Dame's Brandon Aubrey. He put it in the back of net. Set pieces. It was a very American win.
Notre Dame's very American. We talked about team of Midwesterners, Syracuse, Canadians, Europeans. The Americans won out, I guess.
It was the proletariat beating the bourgeoisie, as it happens all the time in revolutions I've read about in Europe.
We should have seen it coming. But the bigger matchup, really, Emil Ekblom competing with a certain little brother of a U.S. men's national team player.
Nick Beasler was the man attacking him in the middle. Gave him a little shot to the knees every once in a while, made sure he was there, made his presence felt. In the end, Emil Ekblom couldn't get on the score sheet, but he did find the back of the net against Cornell.
He did. Cornell later in the week, a New York derby. Cornell, Syracuse, SU won that one 3-0. Good win for the Orange. Cornell, not the toughest team, but they're an Ivy League opponent, so it's a good win.
Juice, Nick Perea, and a Fox Sports sideline reporter, Emil Ekblom, scored their goals. It was a good game for the SU Orange. And Coach McIntyre definitely enjoyed what he saw from the team. They whizzed the ball around. They were fast in the attack. Cornell looked like they were just not at the same level academically or athletically.
Wow. Shots fired. Coach Mack couldn't have been that happy, though. He's never too happy.
Never too happy.
Never too happy.
Never too happy because they were playing an academic school who has the best hotel administration program in the country.
Hotels.
Number 2 would be UNLV.
Wow. Facts. You're learning something today. Remember that.
Narrative.
Moving on, though. Game this weekend. Game of football. Not football. Syracuse, Maryland is football. Syracuse, Clemson is football.
Yep. Dabo Swinney's going to be there.
Down south. Dabo Swinney. I think Syracuse soccer has to redeem Syracuse football. Last year, the Tigers came in here, destroyed Syracuse football, and early in the year, Dabo Swinney admitted he didn't even know where Syracuse was. Didn't know. Thought it was near Buffalo. It's kind of near Buffalo. Come on, Dabo, we exist.
Unfortunately, Ian McIntyre is not going to yell at Dabo just like Scott Schaefer did last year. And replace Taj Boyd and Sammy Watkins with Fanny Kavita and TJ Casper, and you're going to get a really good game. Fanny, obviously, a name that...
How good of a game can Fanny really have?
It would be made fun of in elementary school. What did they call you in elementary school?
They just called me short. They weren't really very creative. So
you lived a sad life. I'm
okay now. I made it through.
That's good. It's going to be a tough one, though, for Syracuse making their first trip down to Clemson. Last year was their very first game against the program that produced Stuart Holden, Oguchi Onyewu. They've got great names on their list of alumni. And so this year will be a chance for SU to prove that that 1-0 win last year wasn't a fluke. And with the 3-5-2 new formation, new narrative down in South Carolina.
Well, they might have great names, but not so great of a schedule so far. Their biggest win,
Gardner-Webb.
6-0. I think this might be a must-win for SU when you look at the tough teams in the ACC making up the top 25. Clemson's not one of those upper half ACC teams right now, so I think it's a must-win.
Still an impressive one. If you get it on the belt, still an impressive one.
Still an impressive one. That one is at 7 p.m. Saturday night. It's on TigerCast. Not sure what that is. If you don't get TigerCast, we'll be tweeting it on CitrusTV's Twitter account. Follow along. Hopefully SU gets the win. I'm Kevin Case. He's JP Chunga. That's all for now.
Courage.